Hi, it's Tanya with Red Cardinal Crafts, and today I'm going to show you this double tri-shutter card that I made. I made this for my dad for Christmas. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see what it looks like when you open it up. So I'm going to get pictures of the kids and put one daughter on this side, one on that side, and then have a picture of the two of them together. So I've just been waiting for a nice sunny day to take them down to the beach and take their Santa hats. So that's one that I've been working on. And then I did this one in some blue colors and make it more of a snowflake kind of wintry one. And now the pictures I'm going to do for this one where it's all kind of blues, I'm going to do the photos in black and white, and this one I'm going to do them in a sepia tone. And now I always do the black as my base, but I'm going to try something different. This one that I'm going to make for you, just to show you how to make these cards, I'm going to do in tones of purples and blues. It's actually for my lace making teacher, and she loves purple. Okay, so what you need to start is two 12 by 12 pieces of paper, and you want to take each of these and trim it, and you want to trim them at 6 inches. And do that with both pieces. Okay, so you've got 4 pieces that are 6 by 12. Now, for 2 of them, you actually want to trim those at 8 inches. So put them in sideways again. So you've got an 8 by 6 and then a 4 by 6 piece. And do that with both of these. Okay, so you're left with 2 4 by 6 pieces, 2 8 by 6 pieces, and 2 6 by 12 pieces. Alright, so the 6 by 12 are the ones we're going to use right now. And you need your scoreboard. And if you don't have this on your Santa wish list yet, please go do that. It's like one of my favorite things I own. Okay, so take one of your 6 by 12 pieces and you want to lay it sideways here. And you want to score at 2, at 4, at 8, and at 10. And do that with both of those pieces. So again, at 2, 4, 8, and 10. Okay, and you can put your... Oh, you know what? While we have the board out, let's just score these other ones. So the 2 8 by 6 pieces, you want to score those at 2 and at 6. So 2 and 6. And you can just put those aside for now. We'll get back to it. So you can put your board away. Alright. Now, these have to be trimmed, but you only want to trim from the 2-inch score line to the 10. Okay? And that measurement is at 1 3/4 inches. So just line it up like that. And you just want to put your blade in at the 2-inch mark and then go down to the 10 and stop at that line. Okay, so that's as far as you want to go. It's going to look like that. Okay, and then do it again. Now you can pull out the arm of your thing, and it's the measurement is 4 1/4 inches for this one. But what I always do, just so I remember, I just flip. So I cut it here. Now I just flip it this way, and I measure again at 1 3/4. I just try to keep my numbers simple. And if I only have to remember one measurement, it makes it so much easier. All right, so that's what it looks like there. And do that to the other piece. So again at 1 3/4 inches, and just go from the 2-inch score line to the 10-inch score line. Okay. All right, now the trimmer can go away for a little bit. Okay, so now you want to fold your paper. So at the 2-inch line, you want to fold your paper up. And at the 4-inch line, you want to fold it back the other way. And then at the 8-inch, you want to fold it back towards you again. And the 10-inch line, you want to fold it back away from you. Okay, so you're left with that. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take this middle section and you're going to reverse the fold. So you're going to have that pointing down now. And with this one that's pointing down, you want to pop that one up. And then this one will just kind of bend like that. Okay, so that is how you do that. And this, you're going to do the exact same thing with your other piece. So the 2-inch, fold up. At the 4-inch, fold that way. At the 8-inch, fold that way. And at the 10, fold it that way. Okay, and you're left with that. And again, the middle sections, just reverse the folds of those. So that one goes down, and this one goes up. Okay, so now you have 2 pieces like that. Okay, so just put those aside for a second. Now grab your 6x8 pieces. And what you're going to do with those is you're going to fold one up like this and one back like this. Okay, so it looks like that. I'm going to do the same thing with the other. Fold it up and then fold it down. Okay, so you've got 2 pieces like that. So you can put those aside for a minute. Bring these original ones back. Now we've got 2 mountains and a little mountain here, and then we've got 2 mountains and a little mountain here. So what we want to do is take this one and flip it. So you want your 2 flaps here in the middle. You want all your little mountains this way and your big mountains going out this way. Okay. Then you're going to take your little 4x6 piece that you cut off, and you're going to glue. Now, bear with me, I gotta get my glue going here. Okay, so where I actually glue is down here on this little flap part. Okay, and then just lay your 4x6 piece on there. Like that. Okay, and then on the other one, just put your glue on there. There, so it's going to be your little photo mat area. Alright, now grab your 6x8 pieces, and this is going to close like this. Okay, sorry, I got glue on my hands now. Okay, so it's going to close like this, but now you need, if you look at this original one, so what you have right now is you have this part. Okay, so you've got this part here. So now we need the little doors, if you will. Okay, so we're going to take this one here, put it like that, and you're going to put glue on this piece here. And you're going to tuck it under this part and glue those 2 pieces together. Okay, so there's one of your doors going that way. And now for the other one, you're going to have it like this. You're going to put glue on this section. And tuck it under this one. There you go. There is your double tri-shutter card. And now it's just a matter of decorating now. Okay, so these pieces here, it's just a little bit smaller than a 4x6. So usually what I do is if it's 4 inches, I trim the paper to 3 3/4. If it's 6 inches, I trim it to 5 3/4. And that way it just gives me like a little bit of a edge around, so you can see the black of the card. Excuse me. And then same with these photo mats in here, same sizes. These ones here, I'll just open, you'll need like double. So whatever you do on this side, you're going to need the same amount on that side. So I wrote down my measurements here. So for this one, it's 1 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you'll need 2 of them because you'll need the one for over here. And then you need 4 of, let's see, these little ones. It's 1 3/4 by 2 1/4, so you need 4, because there's 4 of them going along. And then these ones here are 1 1/2 by 3 3/4, and you'll need 4 of those. Okay, and then I've done that all in one style of paper. So these sides, these 4 middles, and then those 2 like that. And then the striped paper, the little squares, you're going to need 8 of those all together. And those are, let's see, 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And then for this middle section, it's 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. And for this part here, okay, I just have a Fisker's border punch. So all I did with that, so there's my little border there, and then I trim it so that from the lace to where I want to cut it off, let's see, let me just zoom in so you see. So we know that this border, or that little flap there, is 2 inches, but I want the lace to show like in behind it. So it's this plus 2 inches underneath. So I just set this up right on the 2 inch line there, and I trim it from there. And that goes under there. But the thing is, with this, people are going to be grabbing this and opening it, and I don't want that lace to get all ripped. So what I did was I took an additional piece of paper, glued this onto it. So let me just show you what I mean. So let's just say I was using this brown piece of paper. So I want it to have the lace on it, like not, you know what I mean? Because then we're just doing that all over again. So have it like that. Thereabouts. So then you would glue all of this part in behind here. I just put a little bit of glue across that. I keep calling it lace, but you know what I mean. Alright. So I just glue that down. And this is how you get covered in glue. Just kind of rub that in. I mean, be neater than I'm being right now, because I'm just being kind of messy, but just put tiny little bits of glue on there. And then what you would do is you would glue that in behind here. Okay, so then it sticks it like that. And then what I do, so you don't see that, is I take another piece of black and I put it behind it. So this was the striped paper in behind here, and it just had a white backing. So I just covered it in black, just so it has a, you know, a cleaner look to it. So now for this middle thing that I have here, I punched it out and then I traced around, I glued it down to some cream paper. I traced around it with my scissors, cut it all out, and then I glued it down onto a brown piece of paper. So it gave it a little bit of a dimension to it. So I'll just show you how I make those. These are these crazy punches. I forget the brand name of them. Of course, I can't find it written on there. Oh, here we go. Easy Cut Craft. There you go. And this one's called Tiara. So I'll just show you what it looks like. It's like that. Okay, now sometimes I can get these to work and sometimes I can't. So let's just see here. You know when they do work? When I'm not on camera. Okay, so you just take your paper and you lay down. I'll show you this. You can do a 4-inch circle, which is what we're going to do, a 6-inch circle, you can do a border, and you can do a square, and you can do a 5-inch oval. So we're going to do the little 4-inch circle. So there's 2 little ridges on here that you line your paper up to get started. And this is a magnet, so it just sits right on there. And you punch, and I have to stand up to do this because you need to really push on this. Okay, so there's my first punch, and then I rotate it and I make sure that it's all lined up here. And there's like a little yellow knob thing there that you just kind of line it up with. Like that. And you just set it back down on the magnet again. Then you just keep rotating it. Like I said, sometimes this ends up joining up in the end, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see what we're going to end up with here. It worked! Oh, thank God. Okay. So that's our little circle for in the middle. Now for this purple one, I don't know if I'm going to do black. It seems it's starting to get a little dark and creepy Christmas. It's more of a Halloween look to it right now, but I just wanted to show you how I did it for this other card. So that's it. So it's that thing, and then, like I said, I glued it down to a cream piece of paper, glued the whole thing down, and then just fussy cut all the way around it. And then once I got that done, I glued it again down to a brown piece of paper. So that's how it goes. So I'm going to continue decorating this one. I've got everything glued down now. And then I punched one of these out in white, which I thought was kind of pretty. And then I put it on top of just some purple striped paper and fussy cut it, and I inked it. I'm just using some of this now, Versamagic. It's a similar color to what I was using with the other little square one. But I just did that, and then I had some of this kind of navy paper with raised dots, and I just trimmed it with that again. So it just made it a little, you know, more structured. So, and then what I'm going to do is I just glue it on this one side, just down in underneath there, so that when the card opens, it'll open up like that. I have this little border thing that I got. These are by, I've got to work quick because my thing's going to cut off. They're K & Company. You can get all these little borders. So what I'm going to do is just cut off the Merry Christmas, make a little banner, and outline it, and just kind of put it under the cardinal, and just make sure it's only glued to this one side, and then just trim it out. So I'll be back.